We're good.
All right.
Yeah, they were like
we're going live.
Like dried pineapples with like chili powder. So delicious. Yeah, you can get them at Trader Joe's, dude. Oh, excuse me.
I actually got turned on to like the fiery buffalo popcorn from Smart Ones, and holy shit. Like I ate the whole bag in one sitting, and it's like the big family bag. I was like, nope, not anymore. Who is it hot in here?
I do that with the kettle corn.
Gone. Just gone.
Huge sack of kettle corn, and I'm just like, oh.
I'm not even that big of a popcorn fan, but I'm a hot sauce guy.
I fucking love popcorn, dude.
And that shit hit the spot. Like, I can't even lie.
If we go to the movies, we usually I'm not allowed to get the large popcorn because that will not survive the night. Like I don't even make it past the trailers with a large popcorn.
I'm being told.
Damn.
Ooh, I have an ugly voice.
I'm being told that we're live. That never happens.
We definitely are.
Which we are.
Yes.
Let me pop this chat out while I got a chance.
Buenos tacos.
Which we are. Yes.
Oh no!
Really?
Why am I hearing myself again?
Yep.
Oh, Wendy that time, not me.
Guilty. C'est moi.
Oh man, no, not me. No, ew. All right, so the tweet is out, the post is up. I'll close some stuff out.
I kind of wish that. Never mind. I'll wait for the show.
Oh damn it! The intro closed again. Yeah, the show is imminent. It's just the intro video closed out on me, so now I gotta open it, which means it's gonna start playing because it always does that because it's a sensitive little prick.
My mouth is on fire, but I can't stop.
That was me with the popcorn, bro. Ah, there it is. There it was. Okay. That was me with the popcorn, bro. It was like, man, my mouth's on fire. I'm sweating. My nose is running, and I cannot stop.
That is exactly where I'm at right now.
I'm in it, and I'm in it to win it. Let's do this shit. I'm not a quitter. I'm going to finish this whole thing.
Hit record.
Spitters or quitters?
Just one more moment, dude. I got us. Hang on. Okay, so record.
Bing, 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 bing. Trying to find something for background distraction.
All right. And 3, 2.
Burberry stars, shrimp and Perry on, living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, soap massage, menage a trois. Yes, I've been a boss. Burberry scars, shrimp and Perry on, living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, soap massage, menage a trois. Yes, I've been a boss.
Well, welcome everyone to another episode of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. You know, we are the voices of the squared circle. This is a wrestling show by wrestling fans for wrestling fans. Yes.
For you.
So,
for you out there.
For you all out there.
All you.
Joining me right at the bottom of my screen is none other than the First Lady of Top Rope Wrestling Talk, Miss Latina Heat, Grandma Wendy.
Viva la raza! If you're not cheating, you're not trying. We lie, we cheat, we steal. We lie, we cheat, we steal. Mamacita.
And also joining me is the producer, the soundboard extraordinaire, the jack of all trades, the master of none, Dom.
Hey, damn, that's a cold ass honky. Hey, yo.
And me, I'm none other than the MJF Mark himself, the high class one, Bruce.
I am better than you.
Yes, I am.
And he knows it.
Yes, I do.
See? So welcome back, everybody. We're sorry for a little bit of the late start. It has been a tremendously
Oh,
crazy day.
yes.
I've been all over the place with a sick kid, so it took me a little bit to get in here and get him calmed down before we could get on. And I didn't think you really wanted a screaming kid in the background. Let's be real, y'all. But now that's out of the way, I gotta say couple of quick things. First off, thank you to everyone who not only watched the Shells tribute, but who
Yes.
contributed to Shell's GoFundMe after the show. We put up all the links on our social medias. People just came out their pockets and shared, retweeted, did whatever they had to do, and it was so humbling to see that total just skyrocket. It
It was
was
such an
great.
outpouring of love.
It really
Yeah.
was. Like, I know we poured a lot of our hearts out on the show, and we let a lot of people do the same, but we were nowhere near alone. And as far as the episode went, I really do it to put it out there and say like, oh, this is gonna get X amount of views. I didn't give a fuck. If it got 3, I didn't give a shit. We were gonna do it
Yeah.
anyway. But the fact that it actually did take off and become like a top 5 episode of ours all time, right here, y'all. Right fucking here. Like it wasn't for that, but that hit me in the feels as well. So thank you. And last, certainly not least, since I didn't get a chance to put anything up for him or anything, I figured we could all take a minute and just wish a very happy belated birthday / anniversary to our boys over at Clark Street Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah.
Devin, Hafiz, you guys have been killing it. You know your family to us. We love you. I'm so glad that you guys paved the way for ignorant motherfuckers like us. Let's be real, because you've been around a year longer. So you started it, and then we jumped in, and now everybody's fam. Congratulations. We hope for many, many, many more years of success. I can't wait to see what you guys got coming. I'm definitely looking forward to Joey coming back. That's a cool dude. Now that all that has been said, would you guys like to say anything to Devin and Hafiz before
Yeah, I'd just like to, this is more of a reference for Devin, but it also reigns true, and probably for both of you guys. Um, Thanks for letting us have a seat at the table. Like,
Yes.
you guys are great. You've helped a lot, and not only helped, but we've got the opportunity to work together. So
Oh, yeah. And what's up, Mac, Alvaro, Chris? We see you guys. Welcome to the chat. Hope we get some more. But yeah, you guys definitely offered us a spot at the table, and I know he's gonna love this, so I gotta say it. Devin, you are the head of the table. I'm just
getting
saying.
Roman puns everywhere. Look
Fuck
at this.
Roman. Fuck Roman. It's Devin. It's that dude. Right there. our first lady, you got anything to say to the boys? Or...
Yeah, no, like I posted on their page, like congrats and everything. Like it's really awesome. And hopefully these are just the first 2 years of many, many more for them. And just keep up what you guys are doing. And just stay true to yourself as you always have, and just keep on the good fight,
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Even if
And
that
then-
does mean be a Roman fan.
Yes. If it's true to you, do you. That's what I was saying last week with Shells. Like, you can't bullshit people, and that's what they don't. So congratulations, and I'm hoping the next time we do a live stream, it's on our Zoom, because goddamn y'all.
No.
Our episode went out in full detail, like no issues, no. That's all I'm saying. Now we got that done. Thank you. Congratulations. Happy anniversary, birthday, whatever you want to call it. Let's jump off into a little bit of a funny topic, but it's kind of deep at the same time. Out of these two women, and we all know, like, yeah, we talk about women, we say hello nurse, we did hot, all that shit. But this is a little different. Out of these two women, which one is the quickest one to get you to a fear boner? Alexa Bliss the last few weeks with being possessed by the Fiend, or the lady from the Black Hills, Abaddon. And I say lady as loosely as I do with Wendy, because you've seen her.
Wow.
I mean, you're not lying.
No, not at all.
For me, hands down, it's Abaddon. She's creepier, and I like it. And with Abaddon, it's herself being herself. It's not like I'm enchanted by the spirit of sun. No, it's Abaddon is Abaddon, man.
Okay. Okay. I honestly, I don't think there's a wrong answer to this question because they're both fucking scary as hell. But I'm gonna let the high class one go next. Who do you think?
Like, I know Abaddon's scarier, but at the same time, Alexa Bliss. Like,
Bliss
if I
does
could
have some
pick,
tasty cakes.
She really does. I'll be honest, they both do. I mean, sickness is my sickness, so Abaddon's the cure. You know. But you know, they're both amazing. They're both very scary in their own ways, like totally different ways. Because you have a demon versus someone who's psychotic and possessed. So these are two very different variations that lead to the same thing, which is like, boing. And it's hard to really pick between the two. I honestly probably sat around for a good 45 minutes, like breaking this down, thinking like, okay, well, Abaddon and the bites, but you got Alexa with the tongue and the eyes, and you got this, you got that, you got the other. And then when I really thought about it, I had to give just the slightest edge to Alexa Bliss because she's doing something that I don't know if we've ever seen before or seen much of. Whereas with Abaddon, there's been variations of Abaddon throughout wrestling. The last one being like Su Yung, Rosemary, that sort of thing. They've had that like demon undead character in female wrestling a few times. She does great. She really does. She's really scary. Alexa, on the other hand, you've never seen this in women's wrestling. You saw this kind of shit with The Fiend, but not a woman. So it just makes it a little bit more scary because she's breaking a little bit more new ground. So I gotta give her that like itty bitty, just tiny titch of an edge, like that much, like not even like that. I can't make it small enough. It's like that.
I'm gonna stay on subject, but kind of go off subject.
Okay,
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just
So
begin just a little bit like that.
I was, we're talking about Abaddon, and I can't help but think of the working relationship.
Shap.
The fuck is a shap? Relationship
Relationship.
with Impact. So
Yes.
hear me out.
I think I know
I'm
where
hearing
you're going.
Rosemary and Abaddon knockouts tag team champions.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like it.
Like where Abaddon does the
Ooh.
crawling out, like
And Rosemary could be next to her with her
Rosemary
neck
could
all
like have like
broken.
a collar or something.
That'd be cool. Now with Decay's back together, they could even have Crazy Steve behind them, like leading them out, maybe with some chains or something. Like they're beasts. I do like that though. I like that a lot. I thought you were gonna say they fight, but
No.
teaming up is
Tag team.
that's better. Teaming up
I like that.
like
That's a good
fighting. Everybody could say fighting. That's typical. That's just
Yeah.
It could be the new Decay with Crazy Steve.
Yeah, even
That's what Kadrian
Kadrian
just said.
Kadrian just
Is
said Abaddon joins Decay, as you were saying. I'd be cool
It
with
just
that.
showed up on my screen.
I'd be cool with that. They clearly can't get Abyss, so why not add a new third member?
Make it
Yeah,
more
might as
of a woman's faction with Crazy Steve.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all, especially with the Knockouts tag team division coming back and kind of needing, a few extra teams because they do have a couple, but then some of them we're gonna throw these two people together till they get eliminated and then bye bye. So if you're gonna keep those belts around, and you're gonna have them being defended, you're gonna need more contenders or more champions, and that would be a good way to go, as far as I'm concerned.
I think that's the one thing that hurts, but also helps the Impact Knockouts roster.
Yeah.
It's so small that they all get like equal airtime on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really
But
do.
then-
It's strong, but it's a solid group of women.
Yeah, it's like a quality division. It's not like a quantity division.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, it hurts them, just like you were saying, that they need contenders for the knockout tag team title. You
Yep.
can only have so many tag teams with so many women on the roster.
Yeah.
I feel like we're all vibing at this point because like that's the downside of having like a quality roster that isn't very big is once you start developing a tag division, you don't have a
They
lot of
just
people
lost a huge part of that friggin'
to
division.
put up in it. Yeah, they did. They lost like, They lost a cornerstone of that division, and that's gonna hurt. But at least they got Trey Miguel back because NXT didn't want him. So where else was he gonna go? You're in the main event, kid. Have a good time. And his hair was blonde. It looked bad, man. It looked worse than Shelton Benjamin as the gold standard. It really did. I just had to throw that in there. I'm sorry. Picking who's scarier between Abaddon and Alexa Bliss is like picking who's scarier between Havoc and Rosemary. There's really no wrong answer. Yep, that's exactly what I said at the beginning of this. There is no wrong answer to it.
It's just a preference.
It was just a fun question to talk about. It was a good way to kick off the show. And let's see, from there, I think we were going into... Oh, of course, how a Peacock flew in and bought WWE Network. Like, this is crazy, y'all. And they spent... NBC and Peacock spent over $1 billion to get just the U.S. rights to the WWE Network from Vince McMahon.
Yes.
And my first question was like, why? And then when they announced that they now have like 33 million subscribers when they added in everybody from the WWE Network, I was like, oh, that's why. Mm-hmm. But overall, I don't know. Does it seem like a decent enough deal? Because I know we talked about it a little bit off air, but apparently everyone who's got a network subscription is going to get switched to a Peacock subscription, like premium with ads, and you'll get the same content plus the stuff on Peacock for half price, but you'll have to deal with ads.
Weird.
So is this a good deal as far as, like, I know Vince McMahon's loving it because he just made $1 billion, but as far as fans are concerned, is it a good deal? Brucey, I'm done.
Here's the thing. Give me one moment.
Oh, I'm not done.
Hey. No, I'm good. I'm here. Sorry, Morgan came downstairs.
Never apologize. Love you, little demon.
The thing with Peacock, because I have it. And I looked into it before I got it. So they have their $5.99 deal that is not only have ads, but it's less of a package than the other one. So like if you pay the $5.99, you're not going to get The Office and you're not going to get some of this other stuff. You pay the $9.99, you get all the content, everything, with no commercials. So what I see happening is Peacock has the $5.99, but you ain't going to get pay-per-views.
Oh.
And then you pay the $9.99, and you'll get the entire package. Remember, like last year sometime, beginning of the year or whatnot, they were talking about splitting up the network into tiers. Into payment tiers, a $4.99, a $5.99.
I think they even started a free version. They had like a free version for a while where you could go on, you could watch certain things, you could see certain shows, but there were no pay-per-views, no nothing. Like you had to actually pay to get pay-per-view, but you could see some of the on-demand catalog, some of the live stuff for free, and then if you wanted anything else, you had to buy in. So, yeah, I mean, I could see Peacock doing something like that where they're like, okay, pay your $4 or $5.99, and we'll, or now that we switched you over, but if you want pay-per-views, you gotta upgrade. Either way, if they keep it at $5.99, it's just like, oh, you have the network and you have this and you have pay-per-views, but there's commercials in it. I mean, I'm paying $9.99 for the network now, and everything you turn on, even pay-per-views, have commercials in the middle of them. You go to on demand, they immediately pop an ad in your face before the show starts. So it's like I'm kind of used to ads in my network. So if they want to just keep it, as is, and you still get everything, but you're paying less, I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Either way, I think it's a good thing for fans at this point to be able to either save a buck and get whatever you were getting and more, or go all in and get a ton more and get rid of the ads altogether.
Yep.
That's high class. What's your take on this, my homegirl grandma? Oh, she lost her crown. No.
Oh no, it was a little snug and I have a headache.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Sorry, I just saw what Kadrian posted. Only thing Peacock needs to fix is live shows. You can't rewind or start from the beginning of the live show. Well, that's typical of anything, though, because I use Sling for a lot of stuff instead of cable, and I can't rewind if something is live. Anyway,
Yeah, I
sorry.
know you
Just
can on
extra.
YouTube TV, but excuse me,
But
but
on other things, like that's
you
not a
have to
capability.
if you've added the show in YouTube, at least with YouTube TV, if you've added the show to your library to go to your DVR, and you go and you start off like I kind of missed part of Dynamite last night, but it turned out I didn't, but I thought I
Everybody
did
did.
because I started at like 8:30, so I went to YouTube TV and I rewound, and and as the show came up, it just cut off. And I was like, huh? So then I could skip ahead, skip ahead, skip ahead till I saw somebody. I was like, wait, there's John Moxley. Okay, I guess we're going from here. Because it cut out. I don't know if everybody, but I knew there were a lot of people who were complaining that they missed Eddie Kingston versus Lance Archer. I was one of them. And as I was complaining about it in our group chat on Messenger, Wendy said, I think Tony heard you, and put up this thing where he had just tweeted that they were going to put the match on YouTube for the people that missed it. And I was like, okay, cool, let me skip ahead. I thought something was wrong with my stuff. I was like, no, I'm paying too much for you to not give me that. Oh,
Sorry, I was just doing some like quick research on Peacock because I'm wondering like, am I gonna pay that $9.99 a month? Like, am I willing to pay for this? Because looking through the shows, I'm like, this is shit I don't even watch. So
I know
I don't
they
even
have
like
a
The
lot.
Office.
They have a lot of like sitcoms. They have a lot of like live sports shows.
They've actually got a
kinda-
lot of really good movies too.
They got some movies.
Well,
They
I mean,
obviously
I have
they already had some WWE content. They're getting a lot more.
for movies. I already have like HBO, Disney, Netflix, Hulu. Like so. I'm like, I'm not convinced.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna
apparently,
have
because
to.
I have Xfinity, I can get it for no additional cost. So maybe I'll look into that instead.
Oh.
I'm kind of indifferent though.
You might be able to just save altogether. Like, oh, I already have this,
Right?
so
Like,
I don't
just
have to
go
pay
through
for my WWE
Xfinity.
stuff anymore. I can save the Peacock fee, and I can save the WWE Network fee, and that's just all off the board and in my pocket. All right.
Save myself a, oh, I could watch AP Bio. I love AP Bio.
There you go. I'm sure they got
One
something
show
for...
out of how many?
Hey, it's one show,
I
though.
already watched SVU on Hulu though, but
SVU is everywhere.
I'm addicted to SVU though. Like I don't
We're
think you
aware.
understand. I've literally seen
Yeah.
No, we're
every
completely
episode.
aware. I don't know how many times I've heard you say, like, oh, I'm watching another marathon of SVU. Like, again?
Like every single episode I've watched, it's disturbing.
The other thing about this deal as well is NBC owns USA.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
And it also seems like I don't know if we touched on it last week. We were supposed to. We kind of, but one of NBC's sports channels shut down, and the NHL is looking to move their Wednesday night televised games somewhere, and that somewhere is supposedly, reportedly, USA Network. I'm wondering if this deal had any kind of caveat into it, like where they say like, "Yo, we're gonna take NXT, we're gonna put it on Peacock, and we're gonna put the NHL on USA." 'Cause that's a lot of money. It's a lot
yeah,
of money.
no, it's big.
And,
It's
and so
big right
I'm
there.
wondering if some of that money went towards maybe, possibly in the near future, removing NXT from network television and moving them directly to Peacock, or back on the network as we talked about before.
I can see them go. I can see it going to Peacock
Yeah.
and being one of those things, because I don't know. I just yeah,
It's just a logical step, honestly.
it is
It really
because
is.
they're getting their asses kicked.
All right,
Yeah.
so let me see. Hey, Mac. Oh, Kirby's here. Hey, Kirby.
Kirby!
Congratulations again. We love you. So merch maker's awesome. And yeah, Kadrian saying I'm sure ESPN is sick over this deal. And that brought me up, and that actually brings me to Kadrian's question, which is kind of a decent segue. He was asking, now this has all been said and done, should AEW build a relationship or try to come up with some sort of deal with ESPN Plus after the deal fell through with WWE? Like AEW is obviously because AEW is obviously trying to create more of a sports-based ranking system and league which would kind of fit, and There may or may not be a ban on wrestling with ESPN now, but I think that's just WWE because they're pissed.
Well, remember, WWE Sports Entertainment, not wrestling.
Ah. I don't want to start an Eddie Murphy battle again in the chat, but
Yeah.
you know, oh, go ahead, Brucey. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say the other thing is, ESPN is owned by Disney, so
You kind of read my mind there because I was gonna say like obviously ESPN's owned by Disney and all that, whereas AEW's broadcast on Turner. So you'd have to have Turner and Disney working together, and I don't know if that's gonna work. I'll be honest. Like, I don't know if I know Ted's not around anymore, so maybe it'd be different, and there's new management, but just the idea of like Turner working with Disney hand in hand is like, that's like saying that's like saying a lion can work hand in hand with a gazelle. Disney's gonna look at Lil Turner like, you don't work with food.
yeah.
So I don't see them getting out of that TNT deal. So that might be a snag, unless they can come to a separate agreement. But either way, Turner's gonna be pissed.
No, Mason.
I don't see them.
Huh?
I don't see them doing that to TNT or to Turner. I should say I don't see them going over to ESPN. Turner gave them a giant platform in and of itself, so I really don't see them.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Turning around and being like, "Oh, hey, what's up, ESPN?"
I know they're not like the kings of sports or anything, but like I know TNT does kind of work with ESPN with the NBA, so maybe that kind of greases the wheel a little bit because during especially like NBA playoffs, you got one series on TNT, one on ESPN, all the way through. So maybe that helps a little bit, but I'd like to see it because it would mean another boatload of money coming to AEW, and that can only help as far as your product being able to bring people in, being able to put shit out. Like, you give me some more money, this show's gonna look a whole lot different. Is all I'm saying.
Right.
And it ain't got to be $1 billion. Just give me like a serious deal. We're set. I'll be like, fuck Anchor. No, I'm playing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, even Kirby said
almond milk.
Even Kirby said that's just weird. Disney and wrestling. No. Could you see some of the stuff? Could you see Disney like being okay with some of the stuff that AEW has already done?
No.
No,
Nope.
definitely not.
Like them being okay with like the chair shot from Shawn Spears where Cody's head just breaks wide open and there's blood pouring and he
Like
gets stapled.
they're breaking
that's a no.
every fiber of their being by continuing to produce Deadpool movies. Like I think that's about as far as they're gonna push it. They ain't gonna have no steel chair
And there's
shot.
But again, as much as Disney loves to be wholesome and family, there's one thing that they love above all else. Money. Because you know what those Deadpool movies made? Money. So all of a sudden it becomes idiocracy. Like, oh, I love family, but I love money.
Well, that's pretty much what it is.
Like, yeah, you can get a lot of full release lattes with Deadpool 2 money. That's all I'm saying. Oh, what's she saying now? Kirby says, I need to say this because I think it's going to happen at Beach Break. Penelope leaves Kip for Orange Cassidy. I was not there with you, Kirby, but it would be fucking hilarious.
That would be great.
Because they're like, this isn't like a kayfabe wedding.
No, this is real.
They're like shoot in love. So if they pulled some angle where she left with Orange Cassidy and Kip's on the beach crying on like Miro's shoulder and he's like, watch the jacket, Chucky.
Chucky, bring us more tissue.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Charles now.
Charles
My bad.
the butler.
Charles.
Yeah, Charles the potato butler.
is Lana still employed by the other company?
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind. That blows that up.
I mean, she is a lot like him, though. It would be really, really funny. I would really enjoy that. Yeah, I see Mason talking about oversaturation
Yeah.
between 9 hours and that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Of one
yeah.
product?
I don't want
Hell
AEW
yeah.
to get to that level.
Uh-uh.
I'll be honest. I was much happier when NXT was on the network because it meant you could just go back and watch it whenever. Like you didn't have to put it into your schedule, and it wasn't as big, and so it just felt a little bit. It just felt a little easier, and the shows were a little bit better. Nothing against this week; it was pretty good, but the shows were a little bit better on the network. And now you're just like, man, it's another bloated WWE show. Fuck.
Man, it's like I enjoyed like I can't say I did. Like I still do enjoy wrestling, but like it felt like it was more enjoyable back when like it wasn't something that was so popular.
Yeah,
You know,
but to sum up, like this
like you
particular,
couldn't go out and talk about this in public with friends without being ridiculed. You know,
Yeah.
like now it's like
No,
oh, okay.
Well, considering what happened between NBA fans and wrestling fans on Twitter, you still can't really talk about it without being ridiculed to an
nah,
extent.
not really.
It's still some nerd ass shit, but people don't want to fucking admit it.
No, they just want to think they're cool because everybody's cool, but you're not. You know who's cool? We're cool, right here.
Bunch of fucking nerd asses.
But we're cool.
If you say so.
But we're cool because we got a show. Because we can walk up to everybody and be like, "Hey, I'm on YouTube."
Just had the balls to record it. That's all.
Right? Which makes us cool. But to sum up the ESPN AEW question, I'd probably say like I'm leaning 60-40 on the no. I do want to see if they decide to get this third show finally rolling. I would like to see them cut back Dark a little bit because 2 hours of that shit is too much.
But here's the thing: if they get that another hour show on cable, they can cut Dark down and do other.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Is what I'm saying. Like, they get the third hour, they cut a little bit off Dark, so it goes back to being like an hour, and maybe they bring in some segments like they had and stuff. Because Dark was actually a very cool show. It has since become very bloated. So getting that extra hour on TV might take that extra hour away from Dark. I don't want to see, oh well, now we have 2 hours here and an hour there and 2 more hours there. Like, no. Don't go WWE on us. You're supposed to be the alternative. Remember? The alternative revolution, that kind of stuff. Do not go the same route.
I
Just
still
don't.
think they should make a woman's show. That 1 hour show on
Yeah.
TV should be a woman dedicated to women's wrestling.
It could be a woman's
AEW.
show.
Yeah.
It could be like a cross promotional show with them and Impact bringing people in, and maybe building storylines for Dynamite, like they do sometimes with Dark. But either way, just don't start like oversaturating, like Mason said, with WWE, where there's like 9 hours of friggin' week end of pay-per-view. It's like, okay, there's 9 hours of go home shows. How fucking bored do you want me to be this week? You know. Like, I actually had to kind of keep up with Raw because I was trying to see if they added any matches to the Royal Rumble because
I
got
bet
that.
You, that's the
well,
forbidden show tonight.
yeah, but I mean, I've got that prediction form that I'm working on that I'm trying to figure out when to put out. So I had to watch it, and they added one match in 3 hours. I was like, wow, thanks guys. Like, you're awesome. Thank you. But all right, let's see. Next on the rundown is something that's not WWE or that other show related, which was going back to Impact Wrestling on Tuesday.
Ooh, okay.
It looks like, and of course, it just started this week, but it looks like we are headed towards what could possibly be a title unification match between Moose and Rich Swann, because they had a 6-man, where they fought on opposite sides, and Trey Miguel returned, which was kind of cool. Just get rid of the blonde hair, otherwise cool. And even before that, you had Moose and Rich Swann kind of going eye to eye. Well, not exactly eye to eye, because they're standing up. So it's like Wendy and me, because I'm, again, as we said before the show, I'm 6'4" and she's 5'9", maybe.
No, yeah, legitimately just 5. Like,
Okay,
that's it.
just 5. I'll say just 5
That's
for the
it.
hell of it. But like, yeah,
Like,
here's
no,
here's
not for the
Moose.
hell of it. A doctor has measured me. I am
Okay.
exactly 5
It's
feet.
official.
Not even a quarter. Not even like a
She
fraction of an
officially, it's like
legitimately
boxing.
5'0".
She officially measured in at 5'0".
5.
Either way,
5,
you know,
5.
Moose is up here. Rich Swan is kind of, you know. But it's interesting to me because it definitely gives it more of a big fight feel. It's a way to finally get rid of the TNA championship. Which I know you're shaking your head. It shouldn't have been brought back, but I really feel like because you know Impact, a lot of companies, but Impact especially because they brought back pay-per-views and stars. The guys there have followed you know the ECW path for a while, and they seem to use that TNT title or that TNA title, sorry, to build Moose the way they use the ECW used the FTW title with Taz. And eventually, even after he became ECW champion, he went fought Sabu to unify those belts, which made the FTW just go bye-bye. But it was like officially recognized for one night. History was made as it was officially recognized for one night. And he even got to rip the tape off that Sabu had put on it with his name. Like in Sharpie, he wrote Sabu on a piece of athletic tape and stuck it at the top of the belt.
That's awesome.
So, you know, it could definitely be a good play off of that. I'm not saying that these guys are, you know, Taz as Sabu, but it could definitely be a nice, you know, tribute, homage, whatever you want to say, if you will, to that. I don't know. Let's go to Brucey here. What do you think about finally getting these titles unified and getting rid of one?
I say they will not be unified, and here is why. Because they will have a match where it's supposed to be unified, but the invisible hand himself will come out and inject the cleaner into the match. And the cleaner will win both titles, and he will defend both titles, and he will bring those 2 titles with him everywhere he goes. And that will give him 4 championships.
Okay, that's a definite solid theory.
I could see that. I'm all about it. I feel like it can go either way, though. It can go either how Brucey said it, or it can be unified and then go the Brucey route. I'm going to call it the Brucey route because it's easier than rework.
Then go the Brucey route. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it go either way.
Yeah, I'm with you on all that. I could definitely see that happening too. It'll just be good to get that, you know. I mean, the TNA title felt so weird. At least when Taz brought the FTW belt in, he told you why. Whereas Moose just kind of saw it sitting there and went,
I think
okay,
what makes it really weird is the white strap.
Yeah.
Like, it was always black.
Well, what's even weirder is it's not the actual Impact title. It's a replica they found in like a foreign country, and they just bought it. Which is why it has a white strap in the first place. It's some replica title that they happened to see online, and they were like, let's buy this, let's use this, fuck it. It looks legit. And I guess the plates do and everything, because it's very misleading, but yeah, it's a replica championship. It's not even the actual Impact title that they used to have. Because I don't think they have it anymore.
I think EC3 has it.
They probably pawned it back in the Dixie days, to be honest. Like, shit, we're out of money. Put the belt in Hawk.
They had to pay one of their talents.
Right? I mean, they've come a long way, because, like, Tessa walked away with a belt. They're like, fuck you, we'll make another one. We ain't paying you.
Honestly, Peter, I hate it. Yeah, who said, what do you guys make of Dreamer versus Swan?
I'm not hating it, because it's not like a major marquee match. You know, it's a small show on Impact Plus, and it's on his birthday. So, yeah, fill the spot with Tommy. Why not? Because it's not like they're, you know, because then he has no chance of winning, and then we're leading up to this title unification at a major pay-per-view. I can't remember. I think it's Rebellion that's coming up next. So, you know, have your Impact Plus show and give Tommy his birthday present, which is a loss in a title match. and move on.
Sorry, give him his birthday present, a loss in the title match.
Right? Hey, where else is Tommy at 50 going to get a title match?
House of Hardcore.
Which doesn't exist anymore. Sadly.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think it does, dude. I think they shut down.
It's his company.
I know it's his company, but they kind of like went
Wendy's
under.
on it.
No, I'm looking something else.
Oh.
See, that's why you don't listen.
Sorry, I got distracted with something else that I'll
So-
talk to you guys off screen about.
Okay, so Mason was saying once Kenny has all the belts, what's the play? Like the aftermath, book it.
Oh man,
I mean, the only thing to do
I
after
didn't think that far, Mason.
the
Come
only
on.
thing to do after you win all these belts is to eventually put somebody
Defend them.
else over after you've defended them a few times. You know, obviously, I'm not going to say he's losing them like one by one right off the bat after he gets them, but eventually you're going to have to put somebody over and give the belt back to whoever in the particular promotion. Like, oh, you know, Impact. Well, Sammy's kind of paid his dues. Give him a title match and he beats Kenny.
What? How fucked up would this be? If Omega wins all the titles, and the first one he loses is the AEW title.
Right? Because, like, I think they haven't announced it yet, but you got to think that Mox and Omega is going to be a rematch at, like, Revolution in March. So we got to hope that he keeps that belt before he adds. But if he were to complete the gauntlet, you know, it's not like he can use the championship to destroy a championship. So he's going to have to lose them eventually. I mean, obviously, he'd have a few defenses, you know, whether it be over an Impact or an AEW or wherever. And then eventually there would be a guy that was on enough of a level where they could squeak out a win and run away with a belt and bring it back to their promotion. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's what happened with Austin Aries. He was the last belt collector, you know?
Kenny right now is showing the average American fan of professional wrestling that has never seen him before why we call him the best bout machine, why he was called the best wrestler in the world. And you know, that's what he's doing. He's reintroducing himself to professional wrestling in America.
Peter says he goes to WWE with all of them. No.
No, God, no.
No, you do not put that evil on
Peter.
us, Peter. I love you, but you do not put that evil on us.
Keep
He's
that
already
juju
said
away.
time and time again he's not going to sell his soul to that devil, so you can
Yeah, I
bury
don't
that idea.
It'd be cool. I mean, it'd be funny if he did, but it's not going to happen.
No, Jesus, no.
What?
Happy 50th, I'm going to kick your ass. Yeah, pretty much, Mac. But when you're Tommy Dreamer, you're kind of used to that because you've been getting your ass kicked since your 20s. You know what I mean? Tommy was not the winningest fool in the original ECW. He probably lost 10 times the matches than he won. So
my
he's used
God.
to taking an ass whipping. This one just happens to be for a title.
Oh my God.
What?
Tommy Dreamer wins the Impact title, then goes into the unification match with Moose where Moose wins the title finally.
And then Omega takes it from him.
Yep.
That'd be pretty
I
good
like
too.
that.
I'm not. I think either way, no matter who wins, that's how it's going to go. Like Moose is going to take it, then he's going to get a match with Omega, and then he's going to lose it, and that's going to be just. Oh, let me add this one here. Clink.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I know I had brought. I think I had brought it up last night. I gotta say, I think AEW is slowly developing their own best bout machine outside of Kenny, and that man is Jungle Jack, ladies and gentlemen. Like it was like last night, amazing match with Dax. But even before that, go back to like that we talked about with MJF on our best of the match against Jericho. Like he has some of the best singles matches outside of Cody in like all of Dynamite history.
That's slowly becoming a forbidden name in wrestling shows and groups.
What, best bout machine?
No, the C word.
Oh, the C word. Fucking haters. That's just you just don't want to say the C word around marks. That's all.
There's a lot of them. There's more of those than us.
Yes, and that's why we stay in our lane. We stay in our own little space, and we talk to our own little group of people. and we try not to branch out too much because one of these days we're going to say Cody and it's going to be over. Yeah, Jungle Boy's music. I can't remember the name of the song that Tony bought the rights to, but it's fucking perfect. It's like it's like Cradle of Life or something. I can't remember the name of the song. I just know the whole. Like that's kind of perfect for Jungle Boy. So I'd have to agree with Pete on that one. Oh boy, back to Kenny Omega as if we haven't talked about him.
Well, he's basically he's talking about the gauntlet picture where the ring or the gauntlet actually had a spot for NWA.
And the last thing that we heard, because he was asking about NWA Power, the last thing we heard, Nick Aldis in an interview about a month ago said that they were working on bringing the show back in the coming months. There's been nothing but crickets ever since, and I read somewhere NWA's roster is down to maybe 12 people, and at least 2 of them are working in other promotions right now, including Thunder Rosa.
Recording.
So I don't exactly know when they're coming back. I'm hoping soon, but if they don't, I don't know what they're going to have left to come back with. Because again, they have 12 people. 12, male and women. We got 12. The Knockouts division has more people.
You got distracted looking up a Jungle Boy song. It's Tarzan Boy by Baltimore.
Oh, Tarzan Boy. Okay. It's like the perfect song for him. I don't know about Luchasaurus, because that's weird when he comes out to that. But for Jungle Boy, yes. Let's see. So next up on the mighty rundown of topics. Oh, yeah, we do need to take a second and talk about MLW Fusion last night, because I will say it had a great match to start and a pretty good match to finish. They threw Team Filthy out there, and I'll be honest, y'all, I fell asleep. I'm watching this match.
Does it surprise you?
Not at all. But I'm watching this match. And it wasn't even Tom Lawler. It was his buddies. It was like Dominic Guarini and I can't remember the other guy's name, but they're just weird looking. Like Guarini.
Even worse.
Oh, Dominic Guarini's the guy that comes out with like the gi and he has like the MMA shorts, right?
He did, but now he's got the MMA shorts and the little armband, and he is just a milky, pudgy
But he's boring
dude.
in general. Like when he fought at Nova Pro, he was boring anyways.
And by the way, if Guarini,
go to the concession stand.
If Guarini does see this, do me a favor and put the fucking gi back on, please. Because he walked out and I was like, oh! Like, I know I'm not in the best of shape, but I'm in better shape than that.
It's a little rough. It's a little
But it
rough.
was a very boring... That match was very boring. I fell asleep in it. But I woke up just in time to see the Caribbean strap match between Richard Holiday and Savio
How was that?
Vega.
I wanted to see that and I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, it was pretty good. It was a little slow, but you know, Savio's in it, so of course it's a little slow because it's Savio and and this
He's
dude
like 90.
Like he brought
Don't
the
exaggerate. He's like 89.
He brought the
bad.
strap with him that he used in a match against Stone Cold Steve Austin like 25, 30 years ago. And how long has Stone Cold been out of wrestling? And Savio is still going. The man is slowly becoming the new Terry Funk of wrestling. Like, he's just all the way over the hill, and he's still doing it. Like, still hardcore, still doing it. But he did, it was a good show. All the way up until, because, you know, like the old strap match, you have to touch all 4 corners and you win. And they got into this race.
Yeah.
They're touching corners, and you know, they both got into 3. And all of a sudden, the referee jumps in front of Savio Vega, won't get out of the way. Richard Holiday comes over. He slaps the last turnbuckle. He wins, keeps the belt. They run off. And in the back, they're interviewing Holiday with the referee standing next to him. So obviously, you know the fix is in. That's a given. But as I'm looking at the referee, I'm thinking, like, because I'm a sports guy. And I'm looking at him, I'm going, I know that motherfucker from somewhere. I know that motherfucker from somewhere. The whole time, I'm like, I know who that is, and I can't remember his damn name. I know who it is. And the next day I get a report. The referee who screwed Savio Vega was none other than Tim Donaghy. Tim Donaghy was the NBA referee who bet on games that he actually called and manipulated through fouls or whatever, manipulated the scores to either cover or beat the spread so that he could make money, including a very big game that almost cost my homegirl's team, the San Antonio Spurs, a playoff berth. So it was just interesting that they were willing to like dig in the crates and just be like, wait, this guy, yeah, we know him. And then they brought him in and he's like, what do you want me to do? We need you to be a crooked ref that screws people over. You picked the right guy for the job.
It's genius, though.
I was just about to say, do you think this move is like just silly and overdone, or is this like a stroke of genius from MLW?
It's a stroke of genius because this referee has now resurfaced in, I guess, a semi-major way that's gonna get ESPN and all these other places talking, and it's only going to put MLW out there even more.
Like, for instance,
get more exposure.
I found out
perfect. It's fucking genius.
As much as we bashed him for doing the top 10, I found out who it was because the next morning, Sports Illustrated did an article saying that he was the referee in this match. So, like, I don't know how many Sports Illustrated readers actually watch MLW, but I'm thinking there's not a lot. So you just got a whole mess of people who have never laid eyes on your product to think, hey, maybe I should go watch that. Like, so in that sense, it's kind of a genius move. It got you a lot of exposure. It made a lot of sense, especially for Holiday, because we all know he's kind of like, you know, an entitled little shit. So if he has to throw some money at a ref,
he's got a lawyer father, so.
Yeah, if he has to throw some money at a crooked ref to keep his title, it's right up his alley. And then this guy plays the role perfectly. So it's all just like this nice seamless fit and gives you all this extra exposure that you probably weren't going to get. And the guys like PETA or Wendy who haven't seen it, please go watch it because it was fucking amazing. Just skip that Team Filthy match. Just fast forward.
if you Google Tim Donaghy today, it's all Tim Donaghy, disgraced former NBA referee, debuts in Major League Wrestling as crooked official, makes pro wrestling debut in MLW. MLW Fusion results, former referee, felon and former referee, helps Richard Holiday winning Caribbean title. And people are like, what the hell does that mean? So they click on it, tells them. So yeah, it definitely is good exposure for MLW.
Did exactly what they wanted.
Oh,
There's
I'm
no
sorry.
such thing as bad press.
No, that's very true. I was reading Kirby say that our top rope baby is going to be 2. Oh.
Aw, he's getting big. He's our TRWT toddler now.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're going to have a new baby. And she is going to be a lovely lady.
They hope.
It's a girl. It's a girl.
Not if you're going to be talking to it.
Okay,
she'll be a tough broad, all right?
She's laughing now, so I don't think she's going to need it. But considering this guy screwed over her team, Wendy, do you need a minute to vent about Tim or?
Not really, no. Not really.
Okay.
She just thinks she's a douche.
We'll just tell Tim. We just want to tell Tim, like, here's a straw.
I'm a Gaviscon, y'all.
Oh no. These are hashtag grandma
I'm
issues
upset
right
by
here.
not finding my Gaviscon than that.
But if you haven't seen it, please go see it. Please go see MLW. Even the cruiserweight title, the AAA cruiserweight title match was tremendous between Laredo Kid and Zenshi, and that tag match you can just skip right through. But definitely check out the strap match. It was very cool, and you'll see this guy in it, and you'll see what we're talking about. Let's see. Yes. Now we're on to Chris's questions. So I'm gonna put this one out there for you guys because I think you guys would be interested in it. It's New Japan related. He asked, do you think Tama Tonga is just in his feelings with all this talk, with all the talk he's been doing recently about the Bullet Club? And fantasy booking question: if a relationship were to happen between AEW, Impact, and or New Japan, who would you like to see God face?
Say that again?
He was saying, do you
Let's
think...
take it step by step.
Okay, do you think Tama Tonga is all up in his feels with all these tweets that he's been putting out lately about the Bullet Club and how it isn't the club without them and this is just a joke, you know, that sort of thing?
We just said it. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just be honest for a moment.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest for a moment.
Okay, honestly.
Honestly, once the Bucks, Kenny, Hangman, Cody all left the Bullet Club, you really ain't heard too much about the Bullet Club until now.
Not as much, no.
Sure.
Until now. So here we are, like
The
2 years
biggest
later.
moment since they left in Bullet Club was probably Evil swerving the guys in Lij and joining the Bullet Club and winning the title.
Even that though, like
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Like it's
still-
big, but it's not.
it. Even when Jay White took over, like they just haven't been the same. Like they're there, but it's not the same.
Oh yeah, they're still there. They're still good, and they do their thing, you know. But and they got Kenta, which is a rather large deal. I'm hoping one of these days he shows up on Dynamite with that briefcase, but that's another subject altogether. I don't think he's up in his. I think if anything, this is kind of like, you know, the old saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. With Tama Tonga talking all this shit, what's to say it doesn't spark the guys, you know, the powers that be in New Japan to maybe reach out and call Tony? So I think it's smart from Tama Tonga, because if he says enough, if he does enough, if he puts enough out there, then maybe, just maybe, somebody in New Japan will think, hey, we can work with this. We could do something with it. We could prosper from this as well as Impact has and whatever else. So maybe there's some there's method behind the what looks to be the madness, or the feels in this case, as Chris put it.
They're pushing it, but I read an article that the only way New Japan would ever work with AEW is if the current owner sold them, because the current owner will not work with those guys again.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I did too. But that's, I mean, you know, you get enough people saying enough things, and you build enough buzz around it, then maybe that changes your mind. Because again, I'm not just saying Disney is some evil corporation that's about money. At the end of the day, business is about money. So if New Japan feels like they can get in on this and make some good money out of it, it might change their minds. And maybe Tama Tonga's just trying to, you know, get them to grease the wheel.
Now, I could see AEW working with New Japan's American counterpart that they're trying to
Yeah.
start.
And
Yeah.
Impact had, at one point, a working relationship with New Japan, and that kind of fell flat. Mostly because of previous management. So they might be able to rebuild those bridges, especially with guys like the Good Brothers there, and a few other people who have some ties where they could reach out and maybe try to, you know, rebuild that bond. And I know when they signed with Impact, the Good Brothers made it specifically known, like, we're going to be here, but we also want to work Japan. And Impact was like, fine, sign the deal. You can do whatever you want. So that kind of, you know, you don't have these open doors, but there's like cracks. And somebody could easily just come over and...
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not as forbidden as they should be. And then the second part was fantasy booking. If GOD was to work something out and this whole thing came together with AEW and Impact, who would you book them? What tag team would you want to book them against?
FTR.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say FTR or P&P.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm also just trying to think of tag teams that they haven't worked against, you know.
Yeah,
They've wrestled
I would have
Guns
said
and Gallows.
I would have said the North.
Bucks.
I would have said the
They're not
North, but
together.
they're clearly not together, and Ethan Page is dead, so that's not going to happen. That would have been number one, but 2 and 3 were FTR and P&P.
Yeah. Same
Now,
page.
and going to Impact, I'd like to see him against the Machine Guns. That would be dope.
I wouldn't mind seeing the tag team slut get a shot at him.
Jericho. Oh God, I'm just waiting.
He'll
for
have
Chris.
a different tag partner.
I'm waiting for Chris to type in the chat and call me a podcast slut any second now. It's gonna happen.
Any moment.
Because, you know, I do this and Superplex and the crossover with Clark Street. I'm like, yeah. Well, I'm trying to bring the best that I can to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep it interesting, y'all. We got, you know, we're doing that for you. If I got to slut myself out, so be it. Wouldn't be the first time in my life somebody mistook me for, I'm just saying.
Wow.
Again, that's another subject. We're not going to go
there.
into that one. We're not going to go into that one. We're just going to cut that right there.
Yeah,
If I could, I'd edit that out
yes.
live. Just choo, choo, choo.
And
So Chris's second question was this kind of like alternate universe in regards to Hangman Page. Because it seems like he's been a hot ticket lately. Like, first the Dark Order wanted him, he turned him down. Then Matt came out and had said all that heartfelt stuff about him to the point where you felt like, I think Wendy said it, we needed to have, like, John Silver versus Matt Hardy in, like, a Hangman on a pole match. But Chris's question was, do you see Hangman joining up with the Young Bucks and going against the Good Brothers and Kenny? Like, let's say all this plays out the way it looks like it's going to, where the Bucks get pushed out, and now all of a sudden, they're sitting there, Kenny's sitting there. Do they, like, gang up and try to go after Kenny and the Good Brothers?
no. We will know. We won't see Hangman working with the Bucks or Cody or anyone like that for like another 2 years or so. They are literally trying to solidify him as a singles wrestler.
Hey, we're trying our best not to be the Kenny Omega podcast, Peter. This is what you guys are giving us in the chat and in the questions. We got this from social media, so welcome to the Kenny Omega show. Bang!
That's pretty much what it is.
No, you know what? I think it would be, like, Bucks get kicked out. Now we've got, like, whatever you call them, the new elite, whatever you want to call them. And they're rolling around, and the Bucks are feeling dejected and down and everything else.
Bizzles.
And all of a sudden, they run across Hangman Page. And Hangman Page goes, hey, I know how you feel.
I don't see him rejoining them though. Like he's gone through that whole. I don't see him joining Matt Hardy either because he's going through this whole like, oh, nobody wants me kind of bullshit.
Yeah, he's just kind of sitting
I
around
see
like
him
he's
being-
dressing in
I
the
see
he's
him
dressing
keeping
in
him-
the hall by catering, just singing all by myself.
Yeah, and I see them keeping him as a singles competitor longer.
Yeah, I could see that too. I'm just saying I could see where the common ground would lie because this happened to Hangman. So if it happens to Kenny, all of a sudden they bump into each other and Hangman's like, this is how I felt. Oh, really? And all of a sudden, like, olive branch and maybe they get back together for one night or something like that to have a big match at a pay-per-view.
Oh.
I couldn't see them, like,
Maybe a
rolling
Shield
together.
reunion.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Like, I couldn't see them rolling together, like, permanently, but I could see them doing, like, a one-off at a pay-per-view because they have that they'd have that common ground. Outside of that, no. Hangman is like the hottest commodity in AEW, man. Meanwhile, Shawn Spears is sitting around like Will Smith in The Fresh Prince, like, how come nobody want me, man?
Womp womp.
And then everyone's just like, Hangman, Hangman, Hangman. Like stepping on Shawn Spears to get to Adam Page.
The new leader of the Dark
just
Order.
Thrilling.
Just move, good hand, boom, Hangman. Oh, I better not say that too loud. He might walk in and hit me with a chair. Okay, so I think we covered that one pretty well. So one of the last things I have here on our rundown is the results for the AEW Awards came in the other day. I haven't had a chance to even, I have the link. I haven't even had a chance to look at the results or anything, and I was wondering if maybe you guys would like to go through them one by one. I'll give you the nominees and who won. And when we get to who won, think about the nominees, think about who won, and we'll play Keep It or Kill It with each one.
Okay.
Does that sound cool? Everybody got the rules? Are we down? Can we do this?
Party.
All right.
Party.
First award on the rundown. Best moment on the mic. And the nominees were MJF with the we deserve better speech / promo, like hashtag not my champion, that kind of thing. The next one, Cody Rhodes accepting the dog collar match with Brody Lee. The old swerve where he said he wasn't going to do it and then he came back. The next one is Jon Moxley accepting the Inner Circle's invitation, which Wendy thought actually had 2 swerves in it back then, which I remember, but it was only 1, but she thought it was 2, but it was only 1. And last but not least, the Orange Cassidy debate with Chris Jericho hosted by Eric Bischoff. The winner in this category was none other than Cody Rhodes accepting the dog collar match.
Eat a dick.
Okay, so Brucey's clearly saying kill it. Which one would you have? Which one would you take it? Would
Do
you
you
have
have
taken?
to ask?
No. I only did because
Like,
it's a
seriously.
formality. MJF. End of story.
Yes.
But honestly, the
hashtag not my
we
champion.
deserve better. Hashtag not my champion.
Was
All that.
great.
That was some great.
That was a great
That was
one.
some great promo. I think, if anything, I think maybe Cassidy should have won it because it was like the first time you ever spoke on Dynamite, so that felt like a bigger moment. But
Totally.
So for that, I'm going to say kill it too. Even though I love Cody, but kill it. I don't even think that was Cody's best promo on Dynamite. So I can't
No,
I can't do
definitely
it.
not.
I just can't.
But I think it was just 2021.
I don't know. It was for 2020.
Yeah, that's what I meant. 2020.
Yeah. But I don't even think that was his
completely
best promo
wiped
in
that year
2020.
out of my life.
All right. So Grandma Wendy, are you keeping this or are you killing this?
Kill it. Kill it with fire. Kill it with all the pyro Cody uses.
Good one. Good. Do you have a pick besides Cody, or you just say fucking kill it?
Definitely Cassidy's Orange Cassidy's promo.
Oh,
that
the
was
debate.
the
Yeah.
longest. That was everything he said. It was just like it was green. It was money, baby.
All right, let's see here. Peter said kill it, and he said MJF for Orange Cassidy. Yeah, I think we're all leaning the same direction. It seems like everybody kind of is. So we're gonna move on to the next category, which is none other than biggest surprise of 2020, and the nominees were Matt Hardy's debut, Jake the Snake Roberts confronting Cody, Brody Lee showing up as the Exalted One. Rest in peace. Sting's AEW debut on Winter is Coming, and Miro revealed as the best man. The winner of biggest surprise of 2020 was Sting's AEW debut. Are we keeping this or are we killing it?
I've got to kill it. I got to go with Brody Lee.
Yeah, that was a good one. But you know,
That was very exciting when Brody Lee. Yeah.
I gotta be honest. In this, like all of these, I marked out at a certain level. But only one of them made me mark out and feel like a kid again, and that was Sting. So I'm sorry. I know I'm a mark. I get it. He's a fucking icon. I'm keeping it.
Oh, that's hot.
You just can't get out of the 90s.
I
It
know.
was awesome when he it was awesome when he came out and it was like, oh holy shit, it was exciting. But now it's
But that's what
it's
we're
a
talking. We're
dead
talking about
horse.
the.
It's
We're
been
just talking about the debut. We're not talking about the rest of it. We're talking about
yeah.
the
Like
surprise.
the debut was pretty exciting.
The surprise debut of Sting in the snow and all that, and that just that hit me. So I gotta say, I'm sorry, Grandma. Are you keeping this or are you killing this one?
I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna give it to Brody Lee. That was more thrilling.
Brody's was great, but at the time we were thinking it was gonna be somebody completely
And
outside.
that's why it was
That's
so
what made
and
it
that's
so
probably
exciting.
why it was a
Great.
great surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Brody's is like 1B to Sting's 1A. They are so close in my eyes. But it's Sting. It's fucking Sting. Come on.
If I hear Tony Schiavone yell at Sting one more time,
I'm
I'm
pretty
gonna
sure
drive
you're
him
gonna.
The
Jack.
first time. Afterwards,
pretty
it's
sure
like,
you're gonna.
I'm done.
I'm pretty sure Sting's getting theme music called "It's Sting." So good luck with that. All right, so the next category is breakout male star of 2020, and the nominees were Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, Eddie Kingston, and my man John Silver, who I would have given it to. But the winner in this category, which probably won't surprise a lot of people, is the Gothic Peter Pan himself, Darby Allin. Are we keeping Darby as the breakout star of 2020, or are we killing it?
Kill it.
Killed. Brucey.
kill it.
Wow.
It was Orange Cassidy, hands down.
Yeah,
Two
Yes,
wins
agreed.
over Jericho.
I gotta say kill it too, to be... Because, like, Darby, I know the ending of the year was good for him, but the rest of the year was
He
kind of
was
like...
hurt.
He was hurt. He was doing a lot of those art school dropout promos, black and white. He didn't really do much. He had a great ending to the year, and of course he got roped in by Sting, which will make you hotter by association. But I mean, come on, out of 2020, it has to be either Orange Cassidy or John Silver.
Yeah.
I had given Darby, like, when we did the AEW awards in our first year, like right after they debuted, like 3 or 4 months in, I had given Darby Breakout star at that point because he had really done a lot. And then 2020 started and he really didn't do a lot. But John Silver has. Orange Cassidy beat Jericho how many times? Like in 2020 and Darby.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't. I mean, congratulations, Darby. It's nothing against you. I don't know. And then of course we have Breakout female star, and the nominees were Sheeta, Anna Jay, Ty Conti, Big Swole, and Penelope Ford. And the winner of Breakout female star of 2020 was none other than the AEW Women's Champion, Hikaru Shida. Are we keeping this one, or are we killing it?
I'll keep this one.
Yeah, I
Oh,
agree.
that's hot.
Wow.
That's hot. Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Guess what?
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Of course it was Sheeta in 2020. I mean, she took out Nyla Rose. She had a bunch of title defenses, including Thunder Rosa. She survived getting bitten by a zombie. 2020 was her fucking
She
year.
broke Britt Baker's nose and created
Yes.
one of the most iconic images.
And t-shirts.
Yeah.
And t-shirts for Britt, like the Kiss Britt t-shirt with the bloody
Exactly.
face. Like you got in the ring with Sheeta, you were going places in 2020. That's all I'm saying. Maybe some of those places were a hospital, but still they were places. So yeah, I can't hate on that one. It's got to be Sheeta. And let's see. Oh yeah, everybody. Keep it. Anna Jay's a close second. Keep it. Sheeta is fucking awesome. Yeah. And a lot of people were saying kill it about Darby too. I just didn't look in the comments. I apologize, guys. I'm a little tired. All right, next one. Biggest beatdown of 2020.
Ooh.
The nominees were Inner Circle jumping Orange Cassidy with the bag of oranges and all. That was funny as hell. That was great. That just Bing Crosby from Family Guy in my head. But that was great. Dark Order attacking the Nightmare Family. Which...
Ooh, that was right after Brody won the title.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was that one. Because I was thinking of the 2019 attack where the guy was throwing the phantom punches on top of Dustin. But that was last year. Nyla Rose putting both Riho and Sheeta through tables. Brian Cage sneak attacking Jon Moxley in the parking lot. Or the Nightmare Family and Inner Circle brawl.
Wait, when the fuck did that happen?
I'm not sure. Was that maybe at the beginning of the year, going into Cody and MJF, like before MJF screwed him, gave him the remember that Jericho was in the press booth and the glass door was locked,
Yeah.
so MJF handed Cody the scarf and he wrapped it around his
yeah.
hand and he punched through the glass,
Dude.
and then they all got to fighting.
That was when he was wrestling for the world title. That was like the conception of AEW.
But that was leading up to Revolution, which was at that point in like February of 2020, so it was like beginning of the year, pre-pandemic.
Yeah, god damn.
But the winner of biggest beatdown of 2020 was the Inner Circle jumping Orange Cassidy.
Okay.
So we keeping this one or are we killing it?
I'll keep it. I mean, it was funny.
Okay.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
I gotta be honest, Grandma, I'm with you. That one made me laugh too, even though Orange Cassidy was getting destroyed. So keep that shit.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Brucey?
I'm gonna kill it because I think the Brody Lee and Dark Order beat up the Nightmare Family after the title win was way more devastating and brutal.
Okay. Fair enough, because that was
He
a
smacks Cody with
brutal.
the old title plates.
That was a brutal beating. Like ripped him off a gurney and kept beating him. Anna Jay became the Queen Slayer, choking out Brandy and everything. It was a very momentous beating, but I did love. I can't like that one didn't make me laugh though. Orange Cassidy, I cracked up. It had an extra little layer to it, like a je ne sais quoi, you know, just that little something.
Certain je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, all of a sudden I sounded cultured there. Wasn't that cool? Apparently delirium gives me some culture. Who knew? All right, next up is the High Flyer Award of 2020. And the nominees, which I guess, but okay, were Ray Phoenix, Mark Quinn, Nick Jackson, and Pac. And the winner of the High Flyer Award in 2020 went to Ray Phoenix.
Okay.
In that list, I'd probably say keep it.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Lord knows Phoenix would injure himself just to fly.
There's only two
Which
choices.
is crazy.
And that's Phoenix or Nick Jackson. But I'm going to keep it.
Okay.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
For
I mean, you
me,
know, for Pac doing the Black
for me,
Arrow, you know, but he doesn't do it as much.
yeah.
Sorry, Grandma. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say for me, it's between Pac and Phoenix, because when he does the Black Arrow, it's so clean and beautiful
Yeah.
and just
It's fucking
perfection.
amazing. And unlike Phoenix, he doesn't get hurt doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Do you give the bonus points for style, or do you keep it and say Phoenix?
Yeah.
Bonus points for style.
Okay, so I guess Wendy is killing it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I can't knock that. Style points do count when it comes to high flying. Okay, 2020's hardest moment to clean up after award. That's a mouthful, y'all. Sorry. The nominees were Orange Cassidy dropping the orange juice on the inner circle.
Okay.
And ruining a $7,000 jacket, by the way. Ortiz made that spot. I don't care what you say. The parking lot brawl between Best Friends and Proud Powerful. The bunkhouse match, which was kind of crazy. And last but not least, Big Swole dumping garbage on Dr. Britt Baker. And turning her into Dr. Basura Baker. And the winner of the 2020, what do they call it? Hardest Moment to Clean Up After award goes to the parking lot brawl between Best Friends and P&P. Are we keeping this one, or are we killing it? Because me personally, I'm saying keep that shit. It was brutal.
Oh, that's hot.
Keep it.
That's hot. Oh, that's hot.
I'm keeping it.
That's hot.
It's kept. All right, high class, what do you got?
It's a toss-up. The orange juice was pretty fucking good.
It was great.
I'm gonna keep it.
Okay.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
I mean, I know Jericho made it out like it was a big deal that he couldn't get his coat clean, but that was more kayfabe than reality, so... It's a lot harder to clean up like blood and broken glass than it is to clean it to put Cheetos on a jacket. There's a big difference.
That's true.
Oh,
That coat just kept getting oranger and oranger every week.
Like,
awesome. It was awesome.
in the weirdest of ways.
all right, let's see. Yeah. Oh, Brian says keep the damn parking lot brawl. Yes. Peter says getting that orange juice out of the jacket. Yeah, it seemed like a big deal, didn't it? All right, so, you know, being that it's us, I'm not even going to abbreviate it. The next award is 2020's biggest what the fuck moments. And the nominees are Cody Rhodes' steel cage moonsault onto Wardlow.
Okay.
Sammy Guevara getting hit by a golf cart.
Okay.
Which time?
Right?
Bloody Dr. Britt Baker after Sheeta cracked her one. Kenny Omega winning the AEW World Title and walking out of AEW. Or the Young Bucks frog splash off the stadium railing during the stadium stampede.
Huh.
And the winner of the 2020 What the Fuck moment went to Kenny Omega winning the championship and walking out of AEW. So I say to you guys, since this has already been the Kenny Omega show, keep it or kill it.
Kill it, because it wasn't like a...
Yeah.
It wasn't like a holy shit, my mind is blown moment. It was just a what the fuck is happening kind of moment for me.
Yeah, it was like
Um,
what? It was one of those moments that made you say what the fuck, but not like what the fuck.
yeah, it wasn't like
Yeah.
ah, or
It
as
was
Felipe
more like
would say,
"Are you serious? What the fuck? Like,
yeah.
what?
Yeah, like what the
It
fuck did I
wasn't. It
just
wasn't
see?
as.
You know.
It wasn't as Felipe would say, "Concha de tu madre," like
Yeah,
ah!
exactly. It was kind of it was a what the fuck moment, but it was kind of like, wait, what the fuck? It wasn't like,
Yeah.
oh, what the fuck did I just see? Like
Yeah.
I would have said either Cody coming off top of a steel cage or
Yep.
Sammy getting hit by a golf cart. So I got to kill this too.
It's-
I'm gonna give it to Sammy. Poor Sammy in his face.
Okay, so Wendy said kill it, and I forgot to hit the button. So here we go.
Kill that shit.
And Brucey's saying kill it. All right, Brucey, do you have a pick that you would have put in its place, or are you just with us with Cody and Sammy and?
Yeah, it would probably have to be Cody. That freaking like I was blown away that he even thought about doing a moonsault off the cage.
Right, all bloodied up at the top of a cage, Wardlow standing there like, I can see you, right? Like it just could have gone bad in so many ways, and he pulled it off, and it looked so fucking beautiful. That's kind of like my what the fuck moment of 2020. And okay, Peter said kill it. I mean keep it. I'm sorry. Max says kill that. Okay. Brian said kill it with Dracula's blood, but then wouldn't it come back and live forever? I don't think you know vampires like you think you do, homie. We need to talk. But yeah,
I don't think that would work how you think it's working.
Yeah, that's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. But we're going to move on. We're going to move on because we've got a few more. The next one is the 2020 LOL Award. And the nominees were Jericho and MJF for Le Dinner Debonair, which Wendy loves so much.
Hey,
I know. We're not gonna open that can of worms again.
No.
The next nominee was Britt Baker waxing Tony Schiavone. The Young Bucks kick MJF into a pool on the Jericho cruise, or the Inner Circle Vegas vacation. And the winner of the 2020 LOL Award, which I already know what Bruce is going to say to this, is the Young Bucks kicking MJF into a pool on the Jericho cruise. All right, Brucey, just say kill it so we can get it over with.
yeah. Yeah, kill it.
Yeah, I know I'm making fun of Brucey here, but I gotta be honest, the Inner Circle Vegas trip was fucking
So much
funnier.
Yeah.
So I gotta kill it too. I knew Brucey was gonna, but honestly, that whole Vegas skit with everything that happened and Sammy
When
writing all
Ortiz
over
was like
MJF,
coked out of his mind
Ortiz
with that shirt and just like, yeah, work it out.
Ortiz doing his best Rick James impression,
Yes.
it was so much comedy in such a short segment. Where like, yeah, MJF went in a pool and it's funny, but come on, that's so much funnier. All right, Grandma, we saved the best for last. Are you keeping this or are you killing it?
I'm killing it, bro. Vegas vacation was funnier.
We're gonna kill it at the roulette table. Fuck that.
I wish.
Vegas vacation. God damn it.
Kill it at the craps table.
Yes. Kill it like my bank account in Vegas. Fuck.
Kill it like people's hopes and dreams in Vegas.
Let's see. Peter said kill it. Also said Vegas trip. You could even add Jericho fighting with the Hardys drones. Yes. And release the hounds.
That was the best release.
That was funnier. Him wearing leather pants in a fucking hot tub.
In a
That was
fucking hot
funnier.
tub.
Probably because he couldn't get him off from the last show. But I digress. And Brian said kill it with the Iron Maiden.
Wow.
Shout out to Brian for coming up with a new kill it almost every week, like a couple
week.
of them. We're gonna expect you to keep doing this when we do keep it or kill it's, man. No lie. All right. The next one's a weird award. It was 2020's best Twitter follow, and I'm not sure I'm following all these people, but the nominees were MJF, which is hell yes. Orange Cassidy, I'm not sure. Dr. Britt Baker, I'm not, and Nyla Rose, which I think I am. And the winner of 2020's best Twitter follow was Nyla Rose.
What the mother?
I don't know if I'm
She
following her,
posts
to
some
be
funny
honest.
shit though.
I've heard she posts some funny shit, but I'm not even sure. Like, I'd have to pull up Twitter and see if I'm even following her. And if I'm not, why am I not?
We are. We're
But she
following
does
her.
she does tweet some
Yeah, I
funny
know.
shit.
I follow her on my personal Twitter.
TRWT
so
follows her too.
Well, let's start with Grandma here because I think she's probably the most non-biased of all of us. Would you keep this or kill it?
I'd keep it. I mean, I follow Nyla and I get a good laugh. I follow all of those, honestly. And I get a good laugh out of what Nyla Rose posts. And she posts some crazy, wild ass shit.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to remember what Nyla Rose tweets because I just can't. Like, I know she's done some funny shit, but I can't remember what. Whereas, like, MJF is just a volume hater that makes me laugh all the time, and I don't. It's so tough for me. Brucey, you go next. I don't want to go. You keep it or kill it.
Kill it.
Let me guess. MJF.
Yep.
Damn, it's like I knew.
JF has like a really funny Twitter, though.
He does.
I love his freaking Twitter. His Twitter's crazy.
He does, but you know what? I do know Nyla posts some funny or tweets some funny shit, and I love her. And it's a weird award anyway, so fuck it, keep it.
Oh, that's hot. That's
Not-
hot.
Congratulations,
Gonna
Nyla.
lie, this NyQuil's kicking my ass right now.
I didn't even know you took NyQuil. I'm amazed you're alive. like
Yeah.
we've been on for a minute here. Oh shit, there's
It
one.
just kicked in.
There's one more award, and
We're
it's
good.
the Bleacher 2020 Bleacher Report pay-per-view moment of the year. Holy shit! Can you shorten these a little bit, please?
No.
God damn! And the nominees for pay-per-view moment of the year was the entire Stadium Stampede, Moxley winning the AEW Championship, Sheeta winning the Women's Championship, Omega and Page defeating the Young Bucks in a classic fucking match, Darby Allin winning the TNT title from Cody, and the Young Bucks winning the AEW Tag Team titles against FTR. And the winner of the, I'm just going to say pay-per-view moment of the year, because goddamn, is the Stadium Stampede match.
I'll take it.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm with you. Just
Oh,
all
that's
three
hot. That's hot.
kept.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some great moments. Darby and Cody was a great match. The Bucks winning the titles was great. You know, Sheeta and Moxley, absolutely. But that Stadium Stampede, man, that was a cinematic match on another fucking level from anything else in 2020.
It was exactly what wrestling fans needed during the time that it aired. Like, with everything that was going on with lockdowns and shit like that. It was exactly the cinematic match that we needed.
Oh, yeah. And it set the bar and standard for cinematic matches.
Yeah, we definitely got some keep its in the chat too, and rightfully so. I mean, yeah, it definitely set the bar. It was probably the best cinematic match of 2020, like by a long shot. I enjoyed the absolute hell out of it. Outside of Kenny drinking the milk in the bar, but we've obviously corrected all that now. We've got the cleaner back, so I'm not gonna cry over not spilled milk. I mean, what's the fucking point, right? So, now that I look at it and I see Brucey fading from NyQuil, we seem to be out of topics, which is nice.
Can I share something really quick that just made me laugh?
Absolutely.
Ortiz just posted this from Wicked Cool Toys and Jazzwares. It's his toy, and if you can see, it has a chancla.
It does! He is holding a weapon of mass destruction in his hand!
That is awesome.
He is the most
That's
deadly
everything about
wrestler in action figure history. He's got a fucking chancla.
I love him for having that chancla. That makes me so happy and terrified at the same time. Like,
Again, you know, you
minor
gotta have...
PTSD flashbacks. No more.
Right. Even with me a little bit, because I grew up with friends that had families that used chanclas. So even I'm like,
Mama,
no, I don't
wasn't
want.
ready.
I'm sorry, I'm not ready. I'll never be ready. Help. But yeah, that was the whole list, and yeah, there were some. You know, it was a good first effort from AEW, and again, like I said a couple weeks back, that the Dusty Women's Classic was kind of like a response to the Deadly Draw. This whole thing is clearly a response to NXT's year-end awards. So, and I'm not knocking any of it. It's just, hey, what's good for you is good for us. Fuck it, we'll do it too. Okay.
Pretty much.
It's a fucking war. I mean, I know, we all enjoy both sides to a certain extent, but it's still a war. So, like, yeah, if you pull it off, we'll pull it off. It makes sense. So, I think, okay, Wendy got to share her chancla moment, which was very cool. And we've covered, any possibility for Taya in the women's rumble? You know what, Mac? Put a pin in that, because, as I was about to say, we will actually be back to you Saturday night, 7:30-ish, with our boys, Felipe and Gonzalo, as Superplex will once again return to preview the entire Royal Rumble. So we will be answering those questions, giving you our predictions, all that stuff. Yes. Saturday night, 7:30, right here. Be there. Have those questions ready. We'll remember the Taya one for you, Mac, I promise. We'll have everybody in the building. We're going to ball out about that. And if there's time, maybe a little bit more, because I know some people who saw the stuff we put out to promote it asked, like, are you just going to talk about the Rumble? And it's like, yeah, that's the original plan.
Yeah,
what if there's time? And if there's some questions?
It's a Royal Rumble special.
Yes.
Yeah, but even during, like, NXT previews, we're like, oh, shit, did you see that stuff on AEW? So you never know. You got to tune in to find out, is what I'm saying. We might not. Teaser. Leave them hanging. They'll come.
Bruce, you look so out of it.
I don't even know if I should toss this to Bruce for social medias. You should. Man, so I got to keep talking. Okay.
No, I am so sorry. Like,
all right. Well,
no, I'm doing everything to keep my eyes open.
High class is low on gas, so I'll take it from here.
Very.
We want to thank everybody that showed up. Please, if you're watching this and you haven't already, come and follow all our social media platforms. Not just one. Get them all. Get them all. I don't care. If you don't have a Facebook, create a fucking Facebook. Come invite yourself to Top Rope Wrestling Talk on Facebook. All you got to do is search and invite. I will be probably Friday night putting up the Royal Rumble prediction form, and I will be defending my WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. So this is a very big deal. You can take a title from the greatest champ in history on Sunday night. So invite yourself. When the form comes out, fill it out. Be ready. You might have a chance to take my belt. Consider yourself very lucky. And you can also find us. I might even put it up on the Twitter page, which is at Top Rope WT. We have a ton of followers there. A lot of other wrestlers. A lot of other podcasts like Clark Street, Dirty Heels, Eye Pokes and Head Chokes. The list goes on and on and on. But follow us. Look at our followers. You can find a lot of content and a lot of stuff that, that people that definitely talk about different things. We kind of stick away from WWE. Other guys kind of steer right into it. So come follow us there. Find some other shows to listen to. Follow them. Have a good time. And oh my God, the fucking Instagram. I hate Bruce. I hate you.
I know.
The Graham account, you can find us at top_rope_wrestling_talk.
See, you get it.
Yeah.
And
I actually just connected our Insta with our Twitter, so when we post something on the Insta, we can post it on the Twitter as well. So you'll be alerted that everything's been posted.
I thought I had done that already. My bad.
For some reason, when I went to post something, it was not.
No,
so
it's cool.
I took care of it.
At least it's done. So maybe I did it and it messed up, and you had to do it again. So you covered my base. We're cool. Teamwork. It makes that dream work. That's all I'm saying. God, I'm tired. And then, of course, there's the merch pages. We don't have any with us tonight, but you've seen it on the show before. We have stuff for men, women, kids. We got hoodies. We got long sleeve tees. We got short sleeve tees. We can make masks. We got mugs. We're working on buttons, as Wendy showed you. We've got a ton of shit.
We can make anything and everything, really.
We can make
pretty much. If you have a special request for something merch-wise, like if you're like, hey, I need a canvas bag for no reason, talk to a merch maker.
Yeah. And everything we make is customized. You can pick whatever logo, whatever shirt, whatever, and it's all custom made to order for you. And you can find these merch pages on Facebook. Just search for TRWT merch. Boom, you got it. Talk to the merch maker, look through some of our logos, figure out what you want. She'll help you with it. Even our long-lived Brody Lee t-shirt, which is out, and you know, that's not for profit. That's just because we love them. And you can also find us on the gram at TRWT_merch. Again, you'll see a lot of our logos. You'll see a lot of our stuff. If you message either one of those pages, the merch maker will get back to you. You can sort everything out, get exactly what you want, exactly the right size, shipped to you. And it's all at a fair price too, folks. Trust me.
Yeah.
It all gets the psycho seal of approval. Just mwah. Now that I got all that out of the way, Wendy, please tell them where they can find the podcast, because I can't talk.
So you can find us on anchor.fm/TRWT. Check us out from there. You can find us wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple, Spotify. If you want to listen to us on iHeartRadio, you're going to have to actively look for us there, but you can still find us on iHeartRadio. So just listen to us, and you can also find us on the YouTubes. And while I'm at it, I'm going to plug a friend's podcast real quick. If you like the basketballs and you like the snackage, check out Nibbling and Dribbling. It's a new podcast. It's going to be great. Or the host is going to be Pollito. It's going to be great. It's fantastic. All about basketball and snacks.
If they need to chew, if they need somebody who's willing to like eat, you know, flaming hot popcorn and talk about the Sixers, please holler at me, because that would be dope. And as Wendy said, like you'll find every other platform on that Anchor website. You have to actually go to iHeartRadio, but you'll find us there. You just search for Top Rope on their particular platform. Everything else is on Anchor FM, and you'll also see links for it on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook page, everywhere. So
or where?
If you need to listen to us on the go, or you just for some reason don't want to see these beautiful faces, which I don't know why, because I mean, look at us. I mean,
look at these eyebrows. Look at them.
I'm pretty. Yeah. I don't have the most confidence in the world, but I gotta say, for an old guy, I'm a pretty sexy bitch. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, I'm overly confident for a goblin, so I'm gonna say it. Come look at this beautiful little goblin face. It's the prettiest little goblin around.
She's beautiful.
Prettiest goblin.
She's beautiful. We got people hitting on Grandma Wendy all the time.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Fact.
Blatant lie.
Absolute fact.
Not even at the gym. Women are like, men need to stop hitting me at the gym. And I'm like, but no one talks to me. No one even approaches me. What are you talking about? Like,
you got Felipe hitting on you on Superplex. He's like, hey, Wendy, baby, honey.
True. Not true.
It seems a little
Blatant
bit
lies.
I'm not saying that you want it. I'm just saying it seems every now and then like he's giving you his best.
Let's get out of here before Brucey falls asleep on camera.
Yes,
but I want to see that happen. That's going to be YouTube gold. And before we get out of here, again, happy birthday to Titus, our top rope baby. We love you. I know it's Monday, but we won't be here. So mwah.
Yes.
Uncle Psycho sends all his best. Everybody stay safe out there.
Please. Wendy sends her love.
Please wear your mask. Don't be a Loki. And, of course...
Hey, Wendy.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
And don't forget to tell your brothers and sisters that you love them.
Yes.
Good night, y'all.
Hug them a little tighter. Good night, y'all.